Guys, my name is Fan, and today we're doing something a little different here. Been a minute since the last upload. I've just been busy with work and stuff and playing other games, but we'll be getting back to the monster hunting shortly. But making this quick video today before I go on vacation, actually, just 'cause I opened up YouTube and it seems there's some videos posted about Monster Hunter Wild, and I watched them all, and I just want to make a quick video talking about them because they're very short. So we're gonna watch them here and go over what is in them, and I'll explain like what I think about it and like all the new stuff and just kind of an overview. I still want to go. I know I talked about it a while ago in a different Road to Wilds video about making a huge like comprehensive analysis video. I'm gonna wait to do that until Gamescom because that's going to be where most of the analysis can come out because we're going to get a full playable demo at Gamescom this year. So watching YouTubers play that and like watching an actual like gameplay, like unedited, not a trailer, I feel like it would be way more fun to analyze that. So we're going to do wait for that. But without further ado, let's jump right in here. We're going to go in the order that they released these videos today. They were literally just released 5 hours ago. I watched them all already, so I have an idea of what's being shown already. So the first one here is all about the focus mode, which I've been wanting to learn about more ever since we saw it in the trailers briefly. But we can finally get a chance to see it, so let's go. Play the video here. So yeah, entering that different looking stance there, that is focus mode. And look at that, it puts a reticle on your screen. And guys, did you just see what I saw? If you've ever played Greatsword before, you know, once you start charging an attack, you can kind of change your direction and aim it, to readjust if the monster moves slightly. But we've never seen anything like this before, guys. He does practically, I think that is a full 180 while mid-charge. That's ridiculous, guys. That is insane. That is going to change Greatsword so much. It's going to make it so much more versatile. In fact, the third video that they posted is literally just a greatsword overview. It's only like a minute long, but you'll see when we get to that video. The greatsword is so much faster and so much more versatile in its movement, like mid attack and in between attacks. It's gonna feel completely different, I think, in this game. But anyways, let's rewind here. So now he's on Sword and Shield. I think this is our first Sword and Shield gameplay we've seen out of all the trailers. But yeah, it says attacks and guards you will perform in focus mode are directed wherever your camera and that reticle are facing. So this essentially just lets you aim whatever you want. Look, you see there, he got up, and normally in Monster Hunter, if you were to hold guard, after getting up like that, you just guard towards the camera. He would be guarding down. But no, he enters focus mode, and his counter literally does 180 and guards the attack. Gonna be totally different, guys. This is gonna be a huge part of this game. And now we have the new wound system, which I'm so thankful for. I hated the clutch claw personally. It slowed down the hunt so much. It was just another thing to keep track of. They added wounding back in this game, guys, but it's totally different. You just wound a monster's part by hitting it over and over again. See, while hunting, attacking the same parts of a monster continuously may create wounds. It's such a more natural system. It'll flow so much nicer with the rest of the gameplay because you won't have to put your weapon away and pull out your clutch claw every like minute or two to retenderize. This is gonna be so much nicer, dude. And you can see in focus mode here. Look at that. Look at that. This isn't even focus mode. They say like in focus mode the wounds will be highlighted, which they are. But look, you can see the wounds still without focus mode. And look at how cool that is, guys. Like, it's actually kind of like a little bloody scar. Like, it's not like the part just turns completely white and, like, weird, like it did in World with the clutch claw. That's like a legit frickin' scar, dudes. That looks so much better. And you'll see here, when they go into focus mode, it's highlighted with those red scout flies. Which is cool, you can see the wound even easier. But it's cool to know that you can also see it without even using focus mode. And that's what they're trying to push here, I feel like, guys. Focus mode, it's going to be super big, it's going to be super useful. They're going to want you to use it, but you don't have to ever use it. There's nothing exclusive to focus mode, really, besides, like, well, I guess there might be some things exclusive to focus mode that we'll see in a minute here, but really, like, the evading, like, you could still evade and play just like it's old Monster Hunter without the reticle. And you could just, use the old movesets of the weapons and You don't have to really engage with this if you don't want to, but I would highly recommend it because it looks dope as hell. And yeah, you'll see here, it's just like World, where the number will get highlighted with these 4 little arrows, and you'll do more damage when you're attacking a wounded part. Which, by the way, guys, damage numbers are returning, confirmed. Hopefully they keep the option to turn them off, because it was really dope turning them off and getting like a blood mod or something in World. Because old gen, you know, monsters, you could tell how much damage you were doing by how much a part bled when you hit it. Vic does a much cooler, much more diegetic way. So hopefully we can turn these off. If not, it's not a huge deal. But, you know, personally I'm not too big of a fan of the damage numbers. But yeah, look at this as well, guys. Focus mode highlights any weak points that the monster has exposed. So this is not a wound that the hunter created themselves. The Chotacabra, this monster's called, his tongue is just a naturally much weaker hit zone, and the scout flies actually show you that when you're in focus mode. So this can help people, new hunters and also veteran hunters on the new monsters, find out where exactly the weak parts are and what you should be targeting. Which, you know, say what you want about it being like an easy mode, blah blah blah. Guys, I really don't think it's that much of an easy mode. When focus mode was first revealed, I know a lot of people, myself included, were worried. Like, oh, this is going to be an easy mode. It's going to make the game much, you know, easier, much more noob friendly or whatever. And, you know, this is kind of like leaning into that, but not really. You know, highlighting the weak parts of the monster, I feel like it's just more convenient than anything. You know, and it'll still take a lot of skill to capitalize on these weak points. You know, it's not like, oh, focus mode just lets you deal 1,000,000 damage to the weak point right away. It just shows you where it is. You still got to get really good at the hunt and really good at memorizing these monsters' movesets in order to punish them correctly. So I personally don't think this is going to be like an easy mode at all. And yes, it does make weapons much more versatile and much quicker in some cases, like we saw with the dude literally doing 180s with the great sword and guarding and attacking and stuff. But I really don't think it's going to be like a baby mode. I think it's just going to be a really cool alternate stance that you can go into. Now this is the thing I was talking about earlier, that might actually be exclusive to focus mode. Obviously we don't know for sure, but just the name, focus strikes, I'm guessing you can only do these from focus mode. But yeah, these are basically, like it says here, special attacks. They will deal extra damage to wounds and weak points. You know, not sure how much that's gonna, like, I'm not sure exactly what that means, because obviously every attack does extra damage to wounds and weak points. Do these get an additional bonus on top of that already existing bonus? Probably, I guess, by the way they're wording it. We'll have to see. So look at that. That's one of the greatsword ones there. We saw that in the trailer earlier as well. Let me just rewind it really quickly. He does a normal overhead, kind of, and then it goes into this running kind of sweep that does like multiple hits by the sound of it. And this looks like some kind of like wyvern fire type beat or whatever. I don't even know. He charges up his bowgun, shoots out this big explosive shot that literally sends his hunter going back, almost like a dodge from the recoil. Like the recoil frickin', you know, blast you back. But that's cool. But yeah, those focus attacks, we're gonna have to see more of those. I don't exactly know how crazy they're gonna be. If it's gonna be like wire bugs, where like you're using your wire skills all the time and like they're doing huge damage, or you know if there's even a cooldown on them at all, because obviously they haven't said that yet. I don't think there's gonna be a cooldown on them, but you know, we'll have to say. But that was a really cool look at the focus mode, guys. It went over the basics really well, I feel like. Obviously there's still a few questions, but overall I think it answered a lot of my questions. I'm looking forward to it a lot, and I feel like mastering focus mode is going to be an extremely, extremely important part of this game, like I said before. And I don't think it's an easy mode. I seriously don't. I think it's going to just be a fun alternate moveset for weapons and stuff like that. But I digress. Alright, we're going to go to the next video before I ramble too much about that. This is a basic mechanics overview. Let's roll this, because there's some cool stuff in this one, guys. It starts off a little lame, though. I'll just let it play out. It's like, hunters have 2 weapon states, sheath and drawn. We know that. Alright, we know that. Obviously, they're just showing it off for the people who've never played this game before, but, you know, we all know that. Obviously, when your weapon's sheathed, you can run, you can use items, you move much faster. When your weapon's drawn, you can't run, and you can't use items unless you're sword and shield, but you can attack. Duh. Like, no duh, bro. But, like I said, that's for the people who've never played this game before. This is the part that we're interested in. The Sacred is the mount of this game. Here he like whistles it in, almost like Breath of the Wild, I'm guessing. Like you whistle it in and it just, you know, that's almost like the horse. Like it just comes behind you. Who knows if there's gonna be a range on this? Obviously, they don't go into like crazy detail here, but you know, in a game like Breath of the Wild, if you get too far away from your mount, it won't be able to hear you whistle. I don't think we're gonna see that in this game. This Monster Hunter has always been much more like, you know, you always have your companions or your mounts by your side, like the Palicos or the Palamutes. There was no sort of like range with that. They were always constantly following you. Like even if you weren't mounted on your Palamute, it would be right behind you following. I feel like the Sacred's going to be doing the same thing, where you can call it anytime. There's no like range limit or anything. And look at this, guys. The beginning of the quest here, we got this dope looking quest begin thing up here. You can see in the bottom right, it shows the name of the current location you're in when you start a quest. Look at this, guys, because I'm going to play this back real quick. I think this is confirming something I'm not too happy about. Well, I don't know. We're going to have to see. Basically, when it came to monster tracking, I liked how World did it better than Rise. In Rise, if you didn't know, every monster starts out as a question mark on your minimap, and once you encounter a monster for the first time, then that's it. The question mark will always become like what that monster is, and you'll be able to see its location no matter what, literally from the beginning of the quest. And it just felt cheap, you know. Like obviously the paintball wasn't a perfect system, and they changed it up in World, and I really liked the way that World changed it up. But then Rise, I feel like made it way too basic. Like there was no tracking at all. Like you literally just knew where the monster was at all times. World, you had to hunt multiples of the same monster to slowly raise your tracking level on it. And you could also do that by like, you know, gathering the footprints or whatever, blah blah blah. But I like that better because you actually had to like fight the monster multiple times in order to fully get the benefits of knowing where it was on the map at all times. And the higher your tracking level was on a monster, the more benefits you'd unlock. Like, oh, first you would, you know, be able to find the monster quicker by only looking for like one or two footprints opposed to like having to actually find it. Then it would be revealed on your map. And then if you got like max tracking level, it would be revealed on your map. And whenever it flew away or like started to run from you, you could see where it was going. I feel like that was a much better system because it rewarded hunting the monster multiple times, and it still made you put in some work, but not like some stupid paintball, like, you know, where you had to keep it up. But look at this, guys. I'm gonna play it back really quickly because this is why I'm bringing this up. Really slowly, look at that in the bottom right. I don't know if you see my cursor. He can see the icon for the Chotacabra at the bottom right, right at the start of the quest. And you can even see how far away it is, 193 meters. I'm guessing that's what that little number there means. But I don't know if that means you're gonna be able to do the rise system where like you just fight a monster once, then you see it. Who knows? Maybe because this is quest target, that's why he's able to see it, and all the other monsters are a mystery. Or maybe there is a tracking system. They're not showing it yet, and they just have the tracking maxed out on this trailer for, you know, convenience. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I really hope it's not a rise situation. I hope they do a version of the world tracking, like, you know, with some minor improvements, because that was way cooler. Second off, though, we get to see the mini map down there, and it looks dope. I have a image of the mini map I'll bring up right now, just so we can take a quick look at it. Look at that fanciness right there. So you can see we've got our hunter right next to the big 7 in the center. That's probably going to be like the area numbers. You know how they were numbered in every other game, including World and Rise. That's probably like, oh, he's in area number 7 right now. That big like yellow hut looking thing, I'm guessing that's the campsite. It almost looks like a tent, but I don't know. It kind of looks like almost like a big house. Like it doesn't really look like. Actually, no, that might be like a mountain, and then like the little yellow thing is a tent. I don't know, but that's the campsite, I think. Obviously, we got the items everywhere. We got some herbs. We got some mushrooms, some rocks. We see the Chatacabra's icon once again. On the edge of the mini map, you know, that's the same thing that was in World, where like you would see the monster's icon on the edge of your mini map when you're tracking or whatever. But look at this, guys. Right below the campsite, there's those two little arrows with a little like entryway sticking out. I don't know if that's going to be a shortcut or maybe that's an entrance to the village, because it is confirmed that the first village is like in the Windward Plains. Like you can just go into it, walk right out, be on your quest. Like, so I don't know if this is that or if this is just a campsite. We're gonna have to see more on that later. They don't go into it in this trailer. But I think that's all I have to say about the mini map. Overall, it looks really cool. I think its design is really dope. I really dig the colors they got going on, and it's kind of like sandy almost, like it's tan. I'm wondering if that means like there will be different colored like maps for each area. You know, like maybe if there's a forest map, it'll be all green instead of that like rocky like brown. We'll see. All right, I'm not gonna get carried away with that. Let's go. So he calls in the sacred here, and this is another thing. It can guide you automatically to the target monster for your current quest, just like the Raider ride or whatever it was called in World could. You know, obviously this is kind of like taking a part of the game out. You know, you don't have to run in the monster, you can just do it automatically, blah blah blah. They already confirmed, guys, that you don't have to use this feature. You can manually pilot the sacred whenever you want, so I'm not worried. If you want to use this feature, you can go ahead. Cool, whatever. I don't think I'm going to use this feature ever because I personally think it's kind of lame, and I would much rather prefer actually, you know, being the one running around and controlling the sacred and exploring the map. You know, like on the way to the monster, I want to explore the map. Like, oh, what's over here? Oh, what's over there? You know, get a little sidetracked. You know, that's part of the fun of it. Why would you just want to go straight to the monster? But, you know, it could be useful, like, after you've done hunt in a certain area, like, a ton of times. You know, if this is, like, your 20th quest or whatever in a row, just automatically go for it. And, yeah, here you can see, guys, you can use items, you can sharpen. It's just like the Palamutes. You can even gather items. And, by the way, we're going to rewind that, because look at the gathering animation in this game, guys. They're dope. He literally picks up, you can see there's, like, a handful of herbs in his hand. That's so dope. And then he reaches back and puts it in the satchel. Such a cool animation. And you can obviously switch your weapon out, guys. Look at that. So hype. They did confirm you can bring whatever you want. You can bring two of the same weapon, two completely different weapons. It's going to be awesome, guys. Such a cool feature. And then here we have the Slinger. Obviously, we have the Slinger in Monster Hunter World. It's back in this game. And they're going to show there's all sorts of different ammo you can gather, just like in World. And I guess they're just zooming in on it there. That's some sort of like, you know, plant, rock, whatever the hell that is. But you can see here, she shoots it at the monster and it gets kind of flinched, you know. There's a flash pod, classic from Monster Hunter, you know, they've been in the game for a while. And this is the new thing in this game. You can use there's this like grapple hook on the Slinger. You can literally use it to gather items. And again, I just want to rewind and highlight this. Look at how sick this animation is, bro. You literally grab the herbs, you can see them flying through the air on your hook shot, and then you put them in your bag. Like, dude, the little animations in this game are looking so good. This is gonna be such an immersive and such like a charming game with all these little fucking animations and stuff. I just swore. I'm sorry. I was trying not to swear, but I got too excited. And then you can see there, she drops the rock by shooting it with the hook shot. Obviously in World, you could drop rocks and stuff like that just by shooting a Slinger like bullet at it. So hopefully we can do the same thing here. Like, I'm not sure if this is like you have to use the grappling hook or if you just shoot it. We'll see. And as you can see here, you can even use it while riding on your mount. It's so cool, guys. That's so dope. That's just awesome. I'm really happy with how the game's looking. Obviously, we still got to see the mini-map there. We got to see the hook shot in action. It looks so cool, guys. I'm so excited. It just looks like overall it's going to be such a great game. Last but not least, we have a really quick one here, 50 seconds long. This is the Greatsword overview, and as a Greatsword main myself, oh boy, we're going to have fun with this one. So let's say, like I said, it's not super long, but there it is. And guys, oh my god, look at how cool this design is. It's so dope, dude. The leather, like, straps on the back, this giant metal blade. You got these buttons here, this big one in the center with the 4, like, you know, it kind of has the guild cross on it. That's so cool. There's our, you know, True Charge Slash confirmed for this game. I mean, dude, why would they take it out? That move's so dope. Here, we're gonna see just a basic charge up. That's just the normal charge slash, guys, nothing crazy. There's a little draw attack, and then he rolls away. Sheathes it, does a shoulder tackle. Guys, shoulder tackle's back in full force. Look at that. It's completely nullifying the knockback here. And we got super armor galore. I was hoping they would nerf it, and you know, maybe they did. That was just a basic attack. Maybe it's a lot less strong against the stronger attacks. But in World, it felt like you could shoulder tackle through literally everything, guys. I felt like it was way too overpowered. so I'm hoping that they nerf it a little bit. But if they don't, whatever, you know, it's fun. It's fun to be like crazy and overpowered and like tackling through everything, but still, there's a little block action right there. Boom. That's one of I'm like it looks like so. That's like the, you know, behind the back big sweep. You can use it to knock up your friends in the game. Um, I don't know. That one kind of looks like it might be focus mode exclusive though, because look at how much more powerful it looks. Like he blocks, and then all right. So this is a different clip, but look at that. There's like sparks flying off and stuff, and then he does the follow up like run forward. I'm guessing that's a focus mode exclusive attack. We'll run it back one more time. Boom, the uppercut, shoulder tackle into like this crazy like sweep or whatever. Guys, I think that's a focus mode exclusive. Looks dope regardless though. We got some focus mode here. That's the sweeping attack we saw in the other video. The little multi-hit. This is the context-sensitive guard. Dude, we're gonna rewind. That is so cool. Look at that, man. One more time, guys. Alright, I won't do it again, but one more time, one more time. Look at that. Guard. Oh my gosh. Dude, how cool is that? My hope, my big hope, obviously we've only seen that one so far. I'm hoping this isn't one of those mechanics that falls to the wayside. And, you know, it only happens every once in a while, and it can only happen on certain weapons, on certain monsters. I really hope that they put a ton of those cool, like, guard animations into the game for a ton of the different monsters, and also for every weapon that can guard. You know, like, I hope that it's not just greatsword. I hope you can do some cool stuff with, like, the lance or whatever, with that huge shield, like, blocking. Or, like, you know, sword and shield. Maybe you could do, like, some cool, like, parry or whatever with the little, like, shield you have. Like, I hope that it's not a, you know, minor thing. I hope these animations are prevalent and really can be felt spicing up the hunt within the game, because that would just be awesome. But it's too early to tell. And then here, he like beats him. He like beats his ass like with the sword. He just walks up behind him and he's like, "Damn!" There's a little tree charge slash timed really well there. We'll rewind one more time. Beautiful, beautiful tree charge slash right there. Guys, that was it. I mean, that was the 3 videos. I don't know if they're going to be posting more. All these videos are posted right after each other, all 5 hours ago. I think they're done for today, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe they'll be doing more weapon reviews, or more weapon overviews, which if they do, I'll happily make videos on those as well. But, like I said, I'm going on vacation today. I'm going to try to record some Monster Hunter Now videos, because, you know, I'll be in a location where there'll probably be a ton of monsters. So, you know, get some hunts on. I'll try to upload those all at the end of the week, this weekend, maybe. But yeah, I want to get back into the Road to Wild series. I want to make some more Monster Hunter videos. Because, guys, I'm so hyped for this game. These trailers were like kind of an early little Christmas present for us. I wasn't expecting them at all. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to Gamescom. Looking forward to whatever else they do in the meantime or after. And I guess that's it for today. So I'll see y'all in the next video.